Okay, it is March 22nd, 2014, just after the equinox, still in the Blackfoot moon, Pitaki some, in the waning moon, so still have about 5 or 6 weeks of winter left by the Blackfoot count, and sure enough, it's like 7 degrees below zero this evening, and had a blizzard just the other day, maybe 2 days ago. Still waters are still frozen over, and the river looks like a giant Slurpee with icebergs and slushy ice floating around. And yeah, I wouldn't trade it. I enjoy having just the 2 seasons, summer and winter. This evening I decided to take a little ruck hike. I've been trying to make sure that I get out every day for at least a 5 kilometer straight stretch on foot. Could be running, but I prefer barefoot running. So these conditions that we've got right now are not that conducive to the running that I like to do. But I also really like ruck hiking, strapping on a heavy pack and some ankle weights, and just hiking. And so that's what I'm doing this evening, and hopefully I'll be able to continue making this a regular part of my body conditioning routine, to get out and do this every day for at least 5 kilometers. Yeah, you might go, or I might go much more than that on a given day. Maybe I'll do 10 in a stretch, but I want to do at least 5, and that's in one solid stretch, not broken up throughout the day. And it has to be a challenge in some way, more than just a regular walk. Got to be going up and down steep inclines. If I'm doing it at a walking pace, then preferably weighted, as I am this evening. If I'm doing it running, then I don't mind eliminating the inclines or the weight. I don't even mind eliminating the inclines if I have the weight. Main thing is either that I'm running, or I'm doing running as in jogging, or I'm doing sprint sets with walk between, or I'm doing weighted ruck, something like that. There's lots of different variations and exercises that can be done. When summer gets around, I like to do more obstacle training, parkour kind of stuff, some vaulting, and so I need to start scoping out different routes that I can go, starting from my house, where I'll have some obstacles to train. And just letting this be some cardio work and leg work every day. Ultimately, where I'd like to get to is a situation where I'm doing the full rounded ideal routine every day, where I have where I have some cardio / leg work. And then I have some strength training, like weights, or could even be a more cardio circuit with weights, kettlebells, and what have you. There's all kind of options. So yeah, leg / cardio, strength, full body, and then martial arts, of course. And I'd like that to include both some kind of technique training and some kind of weapons training, to include the archery, which I don't practice enough. And I really I have some admiration for this guy who lives in Oregon. I wish I could remember his full name. I just know his name is Cam, and he's a fairly famous, really famous archer, bow hunter. But every day he does some leg work like this. He either runs up a mountain, or he straps a rock on his back, goes up and down a mountain. He does some weight training, and then he does some shooting with his bow. So I want to include that, and then flexibility training, which, to do a good set for flexibility, it's about 30 minutes, I think, full body. So yeah, so those are the kind of the 4 areas that I want to get to where I'm training those every day. Cardio, strength, flexibility, and martial arts. And so I'm not there yet, though. I seem to find time most days for part of that, but not the whole enchilada. So I think as a start here to working toward that, having the discipline of every day, I can at least get out on my feet for 5K, and explore and see what's going on outside, get some clean air. This is an area where new neighborhoods area where I haven't really been before, and it's kind of cool to see that they've made this whole this like hill, this landscaped hill, and all these trees and stuff. This is all planted. It's not natural, but it's using the local plants. And we've got ponds, waterways, and I don't know, I think they did a pretty good job at this. You know, most of the time you think of development and you think it's kind of like ruinous to the environment, but in this case, all this area here was just like wheat fields and stuff for the longest time. Now they've done this development, and my suspicion is that we're actually going to have a greater diversity of plant and animal life out here with these suburban developments than we had before. So I think it's kind of cool. I was looking for something to note tonight in terms of phenological change. Might still run into something as I'm going along, but it's getting on towards evening. A lot of the animals are headed in, and I'm not seeing anything to note plant-wise. So I don't know if I'm going to see anything of phenological interest tonight. I do know while I was in Missoula the other day, not Missoula, but Billings the other day, Mahoney sent me a picture of the white-tailed jackrabbit that's normally out behind our neighbor's house, and he's starting to get pretty flecked with brown. So that's a change. Changing from white to brown coat. Seasons are gonna turn. Anyway, just thought I'd log a note on my hike.